Jamie, the hardest hit tonight is education, which is obviously really hard to hear. Simply put, the state is in financial trouble over this outbreak. Revenues are expected to tank over the impact, in addition to the extra money that the state's going to need to shell out to fight the outbreak. The governor vetoing 147 items today, cutting $445 million from the budget over the next 4 years. The biggest cut, $116 million, was meant to hire 370 new guidance counselors for high poverty school districts. Another $35 million was earmarked to train K-12 paraeducators and projects the governor is extremely passionate about, like $50 million meant to mitigate climate change.
I want people to know that there's going to be people disappointed by these necessary vetoes. Some folks have been working on these great ideas for years to help them reach fruition. And I want people to know that I share the pain of those decisions. Things that I'm very passionate about, I've had to veto because of the economic circumstances.
Well, the Democratic governor getting support from Republicans too. Representative Drew Stokesbury saying many of the vetoed items were good ideas that enjoyed popular support. His decisions were not easy, but in light of the severe impact to state tax revenues we are experiencing, his course of action was the right one. Senator John Braun saying, "I appreciate the governor's efforts to reduce spending. Knowing how the stay-at-home order is going to mean a big hit to state revenues, it makes sense to lower the cost of state government as much as possible, as soon as possible." But both Republicans tonight saying the governor could and should have gone deeper, canceling out all new spending, which they say would have saved $700 million instead of the $445 million that's been cut. For now, new spending on affordable housing and homelessness has been largely spared, but programs that have been arguably underfunded for some time now, like mental health, fish and wildlife, they're also feeling the pain tonight. Now, the state had initially hoped to get $3 billion in reserves for their revenues. Now, even tonight's cuts may not be enough. Legislators on both sides acknowledging that they may need to return for a special session this year to make even harder cuts. Jamie?